The following Let's Play has been rated not safe for young children. Any attempts to break the game are for entertainment value only. However, if any typos happen to be found, Mwahaha! Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. When we last left off, the Chaos have apparently arrived at Lake Countryside, as you can tell. Actually, they were here at the beginning of the game, but I guess what happened was we killed the Chaos that were residing here, and then the Chaos in the other lands were like, you know, we haven't heard from the Chaos we sent over to Lake Countryside for a while. We should go over there and see what's going on. And then they came over here and found out that we killed their brethren, and now they're pretty mad. So they're like, you know what, we're just gonna throw a black hole in the sky. Or a dark in the sky, as I like to call it. Anyway, we are coming now to Sant Arte because we're supposed to talk to the king. Because the king should know what else is going on in Lake Countryside. And by the way, yeah, I decided to continue this session because this session began because, oh my gosh, the Chaos have come to Lake Countryside. And that's still what's going on. We're here because, hello twin. We're here because we want to find out what else the Chaos are doing here. The royal family has gone to bed. Please return in the morning. It is morning. How late in the morning do you want me to come in here? You know, over back in here, in the academy, there were people looking for various artifacts. I went in there before to find out if this Mask of Heimdall was of any importance, but nobody was interested in it. Is anything actually going to happen in the academy? Well, I guess I'll find out, because before I go into the final dungeon, I'll be using the guide to look up all the subquests that I need to go to. Well, after I go after the subquests I already know about anyway. Is it morning enough now? Alright. Let's see how long this takes. Oh, here we are. Finally. I was getting worried there. It's like, is the game glitched? But no, they're apparently not early risers. So, now that that's over with, I'm gonna save just so I don't have to go through that again. Well, I noticed that this place isn't being attacked, so the king is probably not going to be like, oh my gosh, help me, there's a monster. Unless I go through this door and there's, oh my gosh, a monster. Greetings, travelers. What brings you back here to the Sant Arte Castle? The Chaos have come into the lake. Yes, I know. The city has fortified the walls in preparation for possible attacks. Do you know anything? Last time we were here, you were able to give us a lead. Do you have any leads this time? Well, what is it? There have been rumors. Well, that means they're true. What rumors? The cavern outside of Eonith. There have been reports of chaos activity there. Really? Could have sworn I explored that whole place already. We cleared out that cavern a long time ago. Why would the chaos go back there? I don't know why, but if you're looking for a lead, that's the best I can give you. I would suggest looking into it. Even if it's just a rumor, I'm sure you'll find something of value. Alright, let's go there, Hrothgar. I agree. Thank you again, Your Majesty. Good luck, travelers. You know, I kinda like this king. He's really down to earth and mellow and is helpful. Good luck, travelers. And what do you have to say for yourself, Chancellor, who is probably not ever going to be evil, because you don't look evil. Please protect us from the chaos. And so we have found out our next mission from the king. Next time, we were going to... Okay, yeah, this episode isn't over yet. That joke would be funnier if you couldn't just look down at the little scrolling thing that tells you how much time has passed in the video and how much time is left. So we are heading over to the cave near Eneth, which is right here. My gosh, those enemies, random encounters were obnoxious on the way here. Anyway, even if the rumors aren't true, you gotta figure. Rumors gotta start somehow, so there's gotta be something going on. Not sure what. Now, we've been here before. Don't get lost, seek guidance, yep. So, unless I missed, like, a breakable wall or something, which I very much doubt, we are pretty much going to be able to just skip through this cave. In fact, we can just run from every battle, too. Because none of the encounters are going to be anything especially new. So, in fact, since we have explored this place and we don't have any new encounters, I'm just gonna skip right to the end. Cause seriously, nothing's gonna happen interesting between now and then. Oh hey, there was a breakable wall here the whole time. And by here I mean somewhere in the middle of the cave. Not an especially useful breakable wall, but at least I have the chance to save. I don't know if there's any other breakable walls I might have missed here, but even if there are, odds are the item that I find would be pretty useful at this point in the game. Incidentally, I forgot how this place has centaurs. We haven't found any other centaurs in this game. Kind of surprised. I thought those things were kind of cool. Ah, there's the boss door. So, if there's anything new that's going to be happening, it's going to be happening right now. Well, that's certainly new. Hello, dark shadowy figure over there. Who might you be? You know what? I'm just gonna look around in here. I don't think there's anything in here. But, you know, I'm just gonna look anyway. Nope. Unless this is something. I don't know. There's a random encounter. No, nothing in here. No surprise, this is the boss room. They wouldn't hide anything in the boss room. This person has his back turned towards us. Alright, person who has your back turned towards us. Stop turning your back against us and talk to us. It looks like the rumors were true. There is a chaos here. That's a chaos? Looks like a drunk thief sort of thing. No, this doesn't seem right. The power from this chaos is very weak. You're confused about me, aren't you? Who are you? I see. You don't know anything about what's really going on, do you? Don't get my hopes up like that. You're not actually going to tell us anything. What do you mean? What's actually going on? We know a lot more than you think. We actually also know a lot less than you think. Do you know why all the ancient research was published anonymously? What? Again, who are you? I am Chaos who has defected... Oh, I am a Chaos who has defected from Lord Loki's campaign. Loki, huh? So, whoever the main villain is, he's from the Pavilion. Alright, makes sense. Keep talking. Tell us everything. Who is Loki? What's been going on? I don't know what's going on now, but I can only imagine that Loki is planning a takeover of your world. Well, duh! How can you not know what's currently going on? Because I came here a very long time ago and have not been in touch with the rest of them since. You mean to say that you came here before the light in the sky appeared? You came through a previous Overcotter cluster? I see. So you do know some things. Yes, Loki's men have been coming into your world since the period you call the early times. Your entire recorded history was written by the men that Loki had placed here. Wow. Okay, I did not see that coming. So, all the prophets and stuff were actually chaos? That's awesome. All the scientific research was published by Loki's soldiers. They wanted to keep your world in the dark about the true nature of existence. Wait a sec, so then this Overcotter guy, he was also a chaos? So some of the chaos do look like humans, like this guy. That would explain why nobody found Overcotter suspicious. You mean that all of the research about the empty void, the stars, and nature itself is a lie created by the chaos from the early times? What about Overcotter? Why is he being erased? Oh, so maybe Overcotter isn't a chaos. He just discovered the truth that the chaos were covering up? Isn't it obvious? Overcotter began to uncover the truth. It was only a matter of time before he figured out exactly what was going on, so Loki had him killed and his legacy eradicated from the world. What is the true nature of existence, as you put it? Well, we're not going to find out anymore. We found you! Indeed you have, Snow. Oh, of course we'd have a Chaos Snow. Hey everybody, guess what? Soon as we leave this cave, it's gonna be snowing and everybody in the world is gonna be finally freaking out about the weather. Here we go. But I'm curious as to how you did it. He followed us. It doesn't matter how he did it. Lord Loki, what are your orders? Kill the miserable maggot. Of course, my lord. Can I trust you to take care of all of this? These wretched pests should be destroyed as well. Yes, I will take care of it all. Well, this is a surprise. Here I thought we were actually going to get away without a boss fight. Then I am returning to the fortress. I expect your return shortly. Yes, my lord. Go ahead. End my life. It won't make any difference. Indeed. You know, as a way to make his death more effective or more visually impressive, I would have had Snow advance onto the Rogue Chaos and then have the sound effect where he's like stabbed or whatever. Because the way it happened, he sort of just disappeared. It is now the end for you all. And that guy should be disappearing right now, but whatever. So here we are, fighting against the Chaos Snow, who is actually a final boss model. So if the final, or if a regular boss is this model that some people use as a final boss, actually I'm making an assumption here, because a Ronin story used this model as the final boss. And I think that the final boss of RPG Maker 3's sample game was also this model. Anyway, let's go ahead and start using Tainted Blade. Let's pretend that didn't happen. I gotta say, this sequence of events certainly caught me by surprise. Arrow Rain, can you be stopped? Not yet. Freeze Blade. That's pretty powerful. You know, it's not really worth using defensive buffs anymore. You're still gonna go down in 2 hits from those things. So let's start off with Amplify. Since we're using mostly magic, Amplify is definitely helpful. You know, this is 2 episodes in a row in which we're fighting a boss. Just find that kind of interesting. By the way, what is this guy called? Oh yeah, Chaos Snow. Duh. Even though we're gonna kill him though, it is definitely gonna be snowing outside. I mean, why wouldn't it be snowing outside? Oh! After this fight, we're gonna be level 8! We're almost at the end of the game! Wow. It did not pay to use the Tainted Blade. There must be rainbows in the afterlife. Alright, let's try this again. Tainted Blade. Poison. I'll use that one more successful attempt, and if it doesn't work, then I'm just going to assume that this guy's immune to poison. Or even if he isn't, we'll already have caused so much damage that it won't really be worth trying to poison him. Nah. So Lester's next turn, he's going to boost Hrothgar's attack. He's defending. In that case, I'm gonna continue using Tainted Blade, cause we need to cause damage, and if he's defending, well, it's pretty obvious where I'm going at. So let's pray for Hrothgar again. I prayed for the wrong person, didn't I? I meant to pray for Lester. I'm so used to praying for Hrothgar. Oops. Yeah, this definitely caught me by surprise. Did not expect those guys to come crashing through the wall. You know what would be a neat effect if this is if there was actually a piece of the wall missing suddenly. Not that that's actually possible. Ah, so he does have an attack that hits everybody. Oh, it's another one of those, huh? Whatever. The bosses are going easy on me now, it seems like. After they saw how much trouble I had with the first couple of bosses with Aquila. Alright, Lester, pray for yourself this time. You're going to have to do a lot of praying for yourself if you want to... Actually, I should have raised Hrothgar's attack since now that thing has... Oh. Already? Huh. Oh, I don't have any more of those dragon cuts for her. Alright then. Hey, let's use Frostblade. See if we can... Aww. I forgot about causing... Wow. Really? Is that really his defense? Oh wait, he cut our physical attack down. And I forgot to have Hrothgar heal MP. So Aquila. Aquila used Arrow Rain. Hrothgar can use the item again. But I'm curious if Arrow Rain will actually put this thing to a stop. Well, that was close. Let's see. Dragon Cuts. Sounds good to me. You know, if this was real life, having your HP cut down to 2, you would not be able to move. You'd be needing a rush to the hospital. Although, this actually did happen in real life and your HP was cut down to 2, you wouldn't have a chance of bleeding to death. You'd just be sitting at 2 HP for a while until you slept. Alright, we really need to cancel that attack disabling. Oh wait, wrong thing. War Song. Because having 0 attack, or close to it, is really beneficial. Really not beneficial. You know, I'm tempted to use Frostblade, just to see... You know what, let's use Frostblade. Let's see if we can slow this guy down. You know, I'm kinda curious. Can Hrothgar create suicide? No. Would have been pretty funny. Or it wouldn't be suicide. What would it be called? Nah, I'll let him die. But yeah, I forgot about slow. I'm going to have to try that. Along with Arrow Rain, of course. And is Hrothgar dead? Yep. That's fine, I expected it. Time to use Rebirth again. And, you know, let's just keep using Frostblade. Because this guy's gotta be weak to some sort of status effect. Right? Whether it's slow, poison, or stop, one of them has gotta work at some point. Or do they? I'm not entirely sure, but there might be a special ability that simply prevents all status effects. Haha! Not sure. Well, Frostblade is still causing plenty of damage, so I'll just continue using that. In the meantime, Lester, pray for yourself. Well, I'm definitely glad that I played ahead at this point. Here I was thinking about quitting for the week at the end of the last episode. It's like, I'll continue. And oh my gosh, the info that we just received. That's huge. I did not expect that. Huh. That was a little more than half her HP. If it had been a little weaker. In fact, it could have been a little weaker. You know what? He likes to use his regular attack from time to time. I'm going to disarm him. It's nice that we can always rely on that. Aside from that, though, I think this guy is very much immune to all sorts of status attacks. Oh goodness. It's time to use a Dragon Cuts. Do you have a Dragon Cuts on you? Yes. Freeze Blade, somebody's dying. No surprise there. Man, these bosses have some powerful attacks. Oh, shoot. Okay, first Rebirth on Hrothgar again. And then Lester's next turn, he's going to have to raise everybody's magic again. It's too bad you can't hold somebody's turn. I mean, I could defend, but wouldn't do me any good. You hurt. I think I have enough for a couple of those. Why am I using that? At this point, poison wouldn't be effective enough. Worth it. Alright, let's amplify. Yeah, I'm not using Tainted Blade anymore. It's not worth it at this point. Frostblade might be useful. Hey, the battle song reset. That means it might be over soon. Man, it was hard for my mind to come up with what I wanted to say there. I really want to see Arrow Rain work on something. Physical attack down. How about no? Nope, almost dead. Well, since our attack went down, I guess I gotta use Tainted Blade again. Actually, if that thing's almost dead... Fault line. Let Lesser make the killing attack. No, it didn't kill him. How about that? Alright, Moon's Tear. That's one way to kill a monster. Just mash an asteroid on it. Or would Meteor be a more proper term? Better say Meteor because that thing wasn't really big, so yeah, Meteor. Ring of Venus. And then this guy disappears. Eventually. My mind's pretty numb at this point. You too, huh? Yes, I really don't know what to think anymore. What are we supposed to do? According to the chaos that were just here, that Loki character is the leader of all of this. So it would appear. And so he's the one we need to focus on. Didn't he say he was going to his fortress? Something like that. But we don't know anything about Loki, and the only one who did is now dead. Where do we even begin to look? Didn't the chaos say something about our world? Does that mean that there is another world out there? You didn't figure that out sooner? I mean, the whole light in the sky and it being a giant hole in the sky, didn't occur to you the possibility that that's where they came from? I mean, I figured that out midway through the game. These are the kinds of things I fear are going to be impossible to find out. I'm at a loss. Have you explored every location on the map? No, there's still Baal. I'm not sure. How many towns are in the Northland? 3. There's Kincaid, Eowyn, and Baal. I know you've been to our village, but have you been to Kincaid or Baal? We've been to Kincaid, but not Baal. Is it still standing? No, it was destroyed by the chaos. But that doesn't mean it won't have clues in it. It's the only thing left to investigate in our world. Alright, where is it? It is directly north of the tunnel that leads here to the lake. Then let's not waste any time. Or rather, we are going to waste time. Because we are going sub-questing next episode. By the way, Baal is where we're going to be choosing our final party. So, look forward to that. And here we are, everybody. 20 hours in. Granted, a lot of that time was me sitting still and talking, or me preparing a recording. 20 hours in, And we are finally at level 8, the maximum level in the game. So what do our final stats look like? Our final stats look pretty much like this. And since we have obtained the final level, the big question is, have we learned any final spells? The answer is yes. Oh, here we are, Summon Fire. Finally, Hrothgar has a skill that uses his MP. Almost all of it. That better be a really powerful spell. 140? That's not especially useful. Well, it's a level 2 thing, so it would be used against everybody, but you'd only be able to use it once. A summoning ritual that calls forth the spirit of eternal fire. Except it's a one-time use sort of thing. So, not especially eternal, is it? Meanwhile, Lester had 10 spells. I don't know if it's possible to get more spells than that. Okay, seriously. This screen clearly holds 12 stuff on it. Why can't this screen hold 12 stuff on it? That makes no sense. I mean, look at that. There's clearly enough room for 2 more items. I'm sure there's a memory issue, but it's a dumb memory issue. Why did you do this, people who made RPG Maker 3? Maybe they just wanted an even number, and 10 seemed more even than 12. Or something. So what does Blockade do? It sounds like a defensive spell. A clerical spell that increases the magic defense of the party and protects against status if... That reminds me. Over here, this archives book with the vital informatio. I'm thinking that quite possibly there may be a hidden text limit of some sort. Because Chronicle Games actually looked at his game information, and it does not say vital informatio in his thing. So it may be getting cut off by RPG Maker 3 itself. So let's see here. Protects against status effects. So magic defense up and critical up. That's not really protects against status effects. That's more getting a chance at getting more critical hits. Which is nice, actually. Magic defense up by 50? Okay, I am definitely going to be using that. Meanwhile, Ariel can summon ice now. A summoning ritual that calls forth the spirit of eternal ice. She can use it more than once, so it is slightly more eternal than Hrothgar's summon. Hits everybody for 150 damage. That's going to be useful, of course. And Aquila learns Summon Earth. A summoning ritual that calls forth the spirit of eternal earth. 260 damage. Against one enemy, and it costs a whopping 80 MP, but still. That is going to be very helpful against bosses. Compared to Moon's Tier, which only did 160, so an extra 100 points of damage is really useful. I keep looking at these battle skills. Nobody ever learned any. I don't know if it's possible to learn any. Would have been kind of nice though. So there's our new stats. There's our new spells. There's our breakable wall. So now I'm just going to leave the cave. And I'm supposed to turn right there. And even though I'm going into a battle, I'm going to keep talking because basically I'm going to end this episode. Even though I showed off all these spells and stuff, I'm probably going to be showing off even more later on when we're ready to go into Bael. Now here's the real question. Do we choose our final party upon entering Bael, or are we going to enter Bael to fight a boss and then after that choose our final party? Because the way it's going to work is, like I said, I'm going to let you all choose who my final party member is going to be. Whether it's going to be Chanticleer, Jakala, or Aquila. And if I wind up starting a new episode for Bael only for it to turn out, hey, let's choose our final party right now, that would be a really short episode. Now, I suppose I could do a little bit of editing trickery and combine the two recordings if I have to. But basically, Baal is quite possibly our final destination. Story-wise, anyway. So, now is definitely the best time to be going on all the subquests. So, next time, we're going subquesting. We got several places to go. We got that sign in the cave that led to the Northlands. We got the training center. We got this Mask of Heimdall that I'm not sure what we're going to be doing with. There was a hidden passage in the cave, in the abandoned cave. And there's the abandoned town, or the town that was destroyed. The first town that was destroyed before we met Chanticleer. So there is plenty of subquesting that we're going to be doing, and since it involves some amount of dungeon exploration, it'll probably require 2 episodes, quite possibly even 3, depending on how many bosses we're going to have to fight. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're almost to the end of the game. Next time we're doing subquesting. I'll see you then.